perfectly. There we are. Isn't that amazing? So, we are at that stage where something ends the chase. It will continue until something ends it. Again, I suggest that you put it on ×2 if you're not in the live. I start out because I want to do quick videos, but the videos that I have to put out are never going to be quick. And then the ones that I think are going to be quick, I just chat forever. So I'll start, even if no one's here. Told you in the very beginning, Forrest sent me an email and all it said was enough. And that was enough. And if you go back through his video that he said, they will either stop emailing or they'll send loads more. I wonder who he was talking about. Now, those people who watch this, who have watched my videos, who, for whatever reason, choose not to believe, let me tell you, the picture of the domino, me in the middle, as above, so below. Those dominoes have fallen, not because of me, because people don't listen. And I have said, all of those dominoes will fall. Every single one. And it doesn't need you to believe me. There is nothing that you can do. Nothing. There's a higher power that is in control and making sure that as it was, so shall it be. Simple truth. So the dominoes will fall based on the lessons that need to be learned. People say karma is a bitch. Karma is just the lesson to teach you about the mistake you made. Again, simple truth. Don't fear karma. It is a lesson that is going to benefit you if you learn the lesson. That's for anybody, not just for those people that are evil. For anybody in life that thinks that they're going through karma and karma is a bad thing, wake the F up. You did something that was negative toward yourself or someone else, and you got a lesson to wake you up to that fact. Now, people don't like spending time with themselves. They don't want to be alone with their thoughts, all of those things. Spend the time. Now, if you don't see, listen, if you don't see a loving, kind person talking to you now, me being the mirror, what you are seeing is you. Trust me, what you are seeing is you. I am trying to help you. And you don't have to have my help. You don't have to believe that I can help you. But you do have to believe that what I am saying is true, because it is true. I am trying to help. And any lessons that you call karma, but they're lessons, trust me, based on the negative actions that you have put out into the universe, you are receiving the lesson that is going to teach you that what you did was wrong, what you're doing is wrong, what you're going to do is wrong, because everything is already known and happened. No such thing as time. The future has already happened. You just haven't got there yet. So, oh, hello. Kiwi, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Or maybe we are the mirror of the universe. Working both ways, but the universe is inside you. Like some people believe in the universe, some people believe in spirit, some people believe in God, etc., different names, whatever. Whatever it is that you believe in that is outside of you is what is inside of you. And we are all the mirror. I learn lessons from the people that I speak to because they're my mirror. The thing is, I've already learnt lessons. I've already been humbled. I've already done all of those things. So, enough was the one word that Forrest sent me, as I told you. And this one word, this key word, explains why he said a shy guy wanted to remain anonymous. Keep it under your bed for 30 days. Those things that were said about somebody finding a treasure chest in Old Faithful. Just been working on our new book. We are made up of the universe. It's chemistry and minerals from stardust to molecules. 100%, which, this is going to be a long video now, which begs the question that when the creator woke up, and I believe he woke up inside the matrix in order to be the creator, when he woke up, he had a good understanding of the phi ratio, the Fibonacci sequence. He had a great understanding of atoms and molecules, because ashes to ashes, dust to dust. He must have known. He must have known how to create with what it was that he had created. So he had to have an understanding of the science itself, and not just, I think, therefore I am. He didn't just wake up outside of anything, with nothing, and have the ability to create. He must have had the information when he woke up. So it begs the question, when did he wake up? And that's what I've been saying all along. You need to wake up. And when you wake up and find the creator within you, you can work with the creator outside of you. Kiwi's just said the universe. So you work with the universe. Someone would say God's. Definitely not God, because that is the wrong name. And I can prove that that is the wrong name. And I have already proved that that is the wrong name. So keep it under your bed for 30 days is keep it under your breath for 30 days. In other words, don't tell anyone. Keep it under your breath. Now, some people say, oh, that's your opinion. It's not my opinion. It's what makes sense, which makes it a factual statement. Like, I was never sure of tenacity is incorrect in the grammar that we use, and therefore you have to put the correct word in there. Jackie Kennedy was easy is an incorrect statement to use, so therefore you have to put the correct grammar in there, just like you need a correct solve. You have to correct the information you have, make it correct, and therefore it has been corrected and it is now correct, which is why you need a correct solve rather than a solve that is right. Although, if you go into it, you could say you have righted it, but then you would need a righted solve. So the correct solve is the best one to choose when Forrest wants to give you information. Because even though it has been corrected, you correct it in order for it to be correct. So he even said right straight to it. So he still has the word right in the statement that he makes. But you need a correct solve and a winning solve. Anyway, let's get on to it, otherwise we'll never get there. Hey Bill, how you doing? So I think it wasn't really about survival because the creator put the people and the animals in the places where they would survive anyway. He didn't put Africans in England, and he didn't put English people in Africa because their skin would not have tolerated the heat, the melanin inside, etc., etc., etc. So not a case of evolving, a case of putting the right animals and people in the right places because they are already adapted to those places. Not evolution. If you want to go down the path of evolution, you have to say that man is related to the grass, the trees, the flowers, because they evolved and they are life. Anyway, enough. Abundant. So the words that Forrest was hiding within the words that he was saying, because words don't mean what you think they do. So he said to me enough and said he would either, did he say he or they? Can't remember. But he or they would either stop sending emails or send loads more. I stopped sending them and then I sent loads more. So, let me prove it's the word enough. Just heavy loads and water high. Now, in the beginning, there won't be that many that are relevant. But just to confirm that Forrest is saying, okay, you know what's going on. Oh, my phone's going off, so confirmation of that. I know you can hear it because it's just that it just flicked on, but so there's a word that Forrest liked to use, a myriad. Don't forget Slough Creek, the flood. Mountaintop. A fund, a mine. So. There are two so's in the poem. Told you that I did it to the nth degree. So you will see that turn up. So the chase ended the moment that Forrest sent me that word, enough. Something ends the chase. Something ends the chase. You'll see the word end in a bit. Forrest was just using the same words, different words to say the same thing that was meant to be conveyed to the solver. The scrapbooks and everything, talking to the solver. So something ends the chase. Something ends the chase. A widow's mite, please touch any part of some. Hello, some. So hear me all and listen good. Something ends the chase. Listen good. So hear me all. So hear me all and listen good. Enough was the word that he sent. That was the only word that he sent. Apart from, thank you for saying happy birthday and stuff like that. Hey, Ben, Ashley, or whoever. How you doing? Hope you're well. Heavy load is a bullet bigger than... Okay. I'm not even going to, go down that road because I already know the truth. Not just the truth of the chase. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Even calculated the number of a man who is, amongst us doing not very nice things. Remember, put it under your breath, not your bed, for 30 days. In other words, keep it quiet for, 30 days. There's a lot to think about. Now, people need to bear in mind, I have definitely covered myself with regard to this. All the information is grounded into the earth, grounded into the heavens, grounded into the computer system in regard to the information that's available to anyone to see. And it bears my name. And when I say grounded in, I mean grounded in. I mean there is nothing anybody can do to stop everything happening the way that it's supposed to, because that is what Forrest said, and that is what will happen. It will happen the way that it happened. In other words, it's already happened. In the future, everything happened the way that it was supposed to do. Everything that everybody did was how they were supposed to do it in order for it to happen. And I asked people to stop and not do that so that the universe could take that into account and timeline, quantum jump, all of those things, the Mandela effect, it. I asked that you choose to be a different person in the film that's already written, and the creator, the producer, the director, whatever it is, whoever does it, is going to give you a different part and give you a different ending. And then in the new film, the new movie, the new creation, you will have a different role. You listened, fine. You didn't, fine. Doesn't matter to me, and it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. But it is the truth. Same. So, remember, enough is the word we're looking at, that Forrest sent me, that said in 2020, before the chest was said to have been found, before June 2020, I got that email. And I will tell you why I got that email. And I've already told you, but you haven't listened. Remember, we've had some, now we've got part. Any part of some is better than no part of any, or whatever. So we've had good, enough. Now just, remember, in tight focus with a word that is key. But you need all of them. Something ends the chase. We've had something, we've had good, we've had just, and we'll have a few more. medium article, the something article, the just article, the good article. Remember that word, because bit by bit, your best revenge, your best something ends the chase. Enough. Your best revenge is me wearing a bracelet. And if you look up what the word bracelet was, you'd be surprised. Or the word wearing. Something must be obvious to you by now. Obviously. Enough. Something must be obvious to you by now. Two can keep a secret if one of them is enough. There's only two people that know that. Forrest, Fenn, and me. Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Forrest is supposed to be dead. I'm not. Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. I've said this lots of times. Well, well, well. You needed to follow the clues precisely. How would I know that a single word like enough meant that I had followed the clues precisely? How would I know that? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Follow the 9 clues precisely, and it would be what? Enough. And it would be something that ends the chase. It will continue until something ends the chase, until someone says, that two can keep a secret if one of them is dead, and they followed the clues precisely, and it was enough to end the chase. That something is happening now. And in 30 days, you will get a fucking wake-up call. Sure, for the one that did. And like I say, I've been trying to tell you for 6 years. We would get a flat every 50 miles. Do you know what that meant? Have you any idea what that meant? Did you bother to look and see what that meant? They would have a break. They would have a break every 50 miles. They would have a break every 50 miles because it was hot in that car. So that flat that they had every 50 miles is they would have a break. Just good. So hear me all. So hear me all and listen good. All enough. Good enough. Just take the chest. Enough. Take the chest and go in peace. As much as any man can even out. We didn't know which way was out because in this, enough, there is an out and out. So which out is out? They use some mountain man logic. Is this a dog? Toto? Yellow Brick Road? Oh, look. I got, I wouldn't say I get, talking in the past tense, but I got a message from Forrest Fenn that said enough. And I did some videos that said Forrest Fenn ABCs. A to Z. Forrest Fenn ABCs. Enough. Something. All just good. I told you I did it to the nth degree. And I could go right straight to it, Old Faithful, straight to it, or right Old Faithful to it, because they mean Old Faithful and degree. Something ends the chase. In my videos, I told you about the last word, first to last, the beginning to the end, the alpha and the omega, using the first word as and the last word bold, because as means synonymously. Using synonyms, I have gone enough in there. I have gone precisely in there. I have gone something in there. I have gone just in there. I have gone good in there. But definitely enough and to the end. Hook, line, and sinker. The story is enough. The treasure is enough, or just, or good, or all, or something. There is one way in as far as I know. He is the light, the life, and the way, or whatever. I did it to the nth degree, top to bottom, to the last fucking word. Without exception. And I did it by paying attention to detail. Oh, look, that if Ben's still here, that must have been that Uber Eats that was round in your video. In whole. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can you see them? Can you see the words in the poem? Hey, Dave. Oh, you want to see the email? Well, I haven't got it here now, but you will see it. Remember, 30 days. You don't believe. Sad, sad, sad. I've got nothing to hide. You'll see it. So, just good. What was the other one? Was there another one? Oh, I can't remember now. Two. Not far, but too far to walk. Oh, all. So, hear me all and listen good. In that statement, enough, hear me enough, and listen enough, or something, etc., or good, whatever it is. Remember, I've told you for 6 years, he uses different words that mean the same thing. So, too far. Not far, but too far. But is an important word I have been telling you for 6 years. The word but. We have too far. What is the word that is missing? Not enough. No, not enough. But too enough. Or did he say not enough, enough? Fucking love you. I fucking love you. But is an important word because here we've got too far. So far, but is missing too far. Are we going to have the word but and we will have enough. In other words, enough. So we've got all, we've got just, and we've got good. In tight focus with a word that is key. And I told you in my videos, well, if you're saying that the word is key, then maybe I should understand what the word key means. So we have too far. We're missing the word but that's in the poem. And we already have 1, 2, 3, plus just, plus good, plus all. That's 6. 6 words in the poem. The last clue, because that is when you are holding the chest. The last clue is the most important, because that is when you are holding the chest. It's a me. Not lying. I am not lying. And if Forrest was alive, he could show you that email that he sent to me. But you have 30 days. Remember, keep it under your breath for 30 days. It's a lot of things to think about. Correctly. You need a correct solve so you can do it correctly. Something ends the chase. A square on every page of the book, The Thrill of the Chase, or pretty much every page of the book, The Thrill of the Chase, which is enough, which is, well, we'll see soon. We'll see soon. We will see soon. I take you literally. Literal. Spot on. I got punched on the nose to the letter, which I did, as I said, I did the solve to the letter. Sure, for the one that did, to a T, for a fact. Excuse me, confirmation, for a fact. Excuse me. Simple, right, straight to it, straight forward. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It can't be done unquestioningly because there was a question in it. I can go, we've had right, and now we have straightly. I can go right, straight to it. A deep thinking searcher. Someone who was deeply dippy about the way you look. Deeply thinking searcher. Only the lonely, continuous, contiguous, chronological. Maybe he was in his shower. From beginning to end. Remember, the end is ever drawing nigh. But something ends the chase. Put it under your breath for 30 days. There's a lot to think about. So once you know all of the answers, once you know enough is enough, you might end up like, oh, I can't remember her name now, the person that only had one match and everyone was watching and used the last match. As I have gone alone in there. As synonymously, alone. Precisely. You just seen the word precisely? Precisely. Follow the 9 clues precisely. Synonymously, I have gone precisely in there. I'm not lying. Not my opinion. They're right in front of you. Because I did what Forrest said he did. I looked up all the words in that poem, not just the words in the poem. The fact that he said follow and precisely, the 9 clues precisely. Now, I've done that poem in lots of different ways, and they all give answers because I did them in the ways that Forrest Fenn said you should do them. Because guess what? I listened to him, and I listened good, and it was enough, because good is enough. So as I've gone alone in there, precisely, and with my treasures bold, so I listened. If the try is sincere, if done sincerely to the end, if done sincerely to the end, remember you've seen it, to the end, beginning to the end, if done in that way, as to gold, if done to the letter, if done all of those ways that Forrest said, something would end the chase and it would be enough. And for 30 days, don't say anything. There's a lot to think about. We're at that stage. And for those people who I've been, not the people in the chase, well, the people in the chase, but moreover above those people in the chase, time's up. Time is up. You kept doing it. You kept trying to fuck around, and now you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Now, I've just been just having a laugh with the person who's checking up. I don't mind. Do what you want. You know what I mean? But judging someone to see if they're worthy of you is not wholly spiritual. But, you know, life is what it is. Out and out. We didn't know which way was out because we were out and out. And I thank you for everything that you're doing. I appreciate it. I honestly do. But it just seems funny that it's quite important, that word is. But not enough, 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 enough to walk. Not far, but too far to walk. We've had far, we've had to, we've had but. Not far, but too far. Not something, 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 something to walk. 6 years, but is an important word. Not far, not enough, 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 enough. Oh no, gets better. It gets better as long as I haven't gone past it. As long as I haven't gone past it, because we're talking. Straight forward. Remember, we've done the precisely alone in there. As I have gone alone in there, precisely, which is what he was saying. Synonymously, I have gone precisely, which is the same thing, synonymously. That's how you solve that poem. You had to have the original, because the poem in the book is the second poem, the fake poem, the one that is nothing like the one that Douglas Preston saw, which was too easy. Pay attention to the blink. Begin it where warm waters halt. Warm waters halt. So if you've gone warmly in there, precisely, using a different word synonymously, if you've done that, something ends the chase. If you've done that, it's enough, because the word warm is the word you needed for the place where the chest was. If you did the poem warmly, precisely, alone, gets even more interesting. And there is no doubt, apart from your inability to admit that you're wrong and see the truth for what it is, there is no doubt. Everything lines up to tell you, body and soul, that's where it was. Here is the word warmly, which reduces to warm. If you did it warmly, precisely, you would end up at faithfully, faithful. The word warm meaning faithful, precisely. If you followed it precisely, remember the key, tight focus with the word that is key. If you did it warmly, you would end up faithfully. So if you did it warm, you would end up at faithful. So hear me all and listen good. So, faithful. All, faithful. Good. Faithful. Using a precise method, a synonymous method, and it would be enough, and something would end the chase, because you've seen the word something. So faithfully and warmly, warm being the word that tells you where the fucking chest was, end of, take meaning end, begin it at Old Faithful and end it in the fucking hole. Not far, but too far to walk. Because you can't walk down a fucking hole. And it's not on land, it's in a hole. And it's not on land, it's in water. So what if land is not an issue? Hot water that could affect the patina. How deep is a hole? How Old Faithful is a hole? Deep thinking searcher. A Old Faithful thinking searcher. A searcher that would think about Old Faithful, not because they were fucking told, and not because they were thinking Old Faithful, because they were listening to Forrest telling them that if you were deep thinking, in other words, if you were thinking like I thought, Forrest, not me, if you were thinking like I thought, you would be able to solve the poem. But you had to use the word deep, thinking, using logic. You had to use those words, and then you could solve the poem. He told you the answer, he told you how to solve it, but you didn't listen because you people wanted to beat Forrest. You people thought you were cleverer than Forrest. You people were so fucking greedy that you didn't hear a single word that he said that said, I'll tell you how to solve it. I'll tell you where it is if you listen good. faithfully, warmly, giving the answers, and it gets interesting going down, don't worry. We'll do some more. In fact, terminal cancer. Did he have cancer? Did he just have a, what is it, tarot sign card thingamajig? What does cancer mean in the tarot? What cards are they? Some fruit going on there. Something significant was said. Hope you're counting the words that are in the poem because there's some more coming up. Confirmed, confirmed, confirmed. Come hell or high water. No ifs, ands, or buts. Well, there are in the poem. There are ifs, there are ands, and there are buts. Oh, you needed tenacity. No strings attached. Spades. From first to last. In truth. All told. I'm not going to use that spiritually because that doesn't mean in spirit. Why could nobody say, checkmate, Forrest? In and out and up and down. Only been telling you the facts. It is vital that no one shares the location, etc., etc., etc. It is vital. Hello, Frank. Got a new motor. And I know some people haven't got motors and people have had accidents and all sorts of things. And please don't think that I don't know stuff because I know the answers I already know. What was said. We should have buried Skippy upright, faithful. His brains were popping out of his head because he did it boldly, not boldly, but boldly. Collected book works forever and ever. What's that? Ever drawing night? Ever drawing night? Homogeneous. I can't believe you asked about that email. I've only been saying it for flipping years, and you ask now. It doesn't make any difference. I will eventually show you it, 30 days, but I will show you it. Well, well, well. Doesn't make any difference because these words mean what they mean, whether I got an email or not. They mean what they mean. And you don't know, but I do. And that should be proof enough that what I'm saying is true. Not that I need to prove anything, but, 30 days, I'll show you. I've already showed you, but he ain't heavily, he's my brother. I might do that as well. Indulgence. I've done it before, but I don't think people understand the importance of the words that I show people. Like hope out of depression. I've told you, it was indulgence out of a hole. You want to give people indulgence out of a hole, you had to get the chest out of a hole, which was faithful. Lush, forested vegetation under a canopy of stars. Astronomical. Lush. Fruit. The low-hanging fruit. Major. Forrest. Burke. Fenn. But if you knew what Forrest did, if you just had the slightest idea of what was done and how he must have been spiritually aware with the universe and the goings on to do what he did. And I don't know if he did the bit that helps calculate the number of the beast, the number of a man. There are two people that I know of, apart from Forrest. There are two people that I know of that would be the only people, probably anywhere, but within the chase, that would be able to calculate the number of a man. Two people that I have interacted with, that I have given information, that would probably be able to calculate how to get the number of a man. And in getting the number of the man, the mark, the beast, remember that mark that I was talking about. In order to get that, you will find out who the fucking bastard behind it all is. And boy, got 30 days. Him and the fucking Jezebel. 30 days. Not what I'm saying, what Forrest said, in order that all of this works out. So probably at the most, we'll go past the 7th of September when Forrest supposedly passed away, and we'll end up around the 13th at the most. Whether it's 30 days or not, but from when I know to when that is, and from when I knew to when that is, endlessly, ever drawing nigh, something ends the chase. But if it's ever drawing nigh, how can it end? High. If it's ever drawing nigh, how can it end? How can it end? Agreeably. Oh, well, it'd have to be agreeably if you were going to agree something, especially with a shy guy who wants to remain anonymous from the East. Remember, this is a word that Forrest sent me, and he told you the type of person that solved the Thrill of the Chase treasure hunt. Just tell me the truth. You don't have to believe it. I don't care. I don't need you to believe it. Epic and fun. It's going to be epic and fun. Let's see, Bonnie and Clyde. I ain't lying. These are the words here, not my opinion. It's not my opinion. These are the words that Forrest used, and here they are. Warmly, faithfully. Begin it where warm, if you do it warmly, if you solve his poem warmly with that word warm, you'll be able to solve it because you'll be doing it faithfully. They call me mellow yellow. I've gone past comfortable. Comfortably. I've gone past comfortably. Because what does warm mean to you, Forrest? Comfortable. So if you did it warmly, you would have done it comfortably. Forrest was telling you there is a synonym of warm that he thinks about when he talks about that word warm. Monitoring spirits. They can tell them not to come in. Oh dear. They're going to suffer. Oops. Galactically, planetary. The Titanic. Something. You need to know what is important and what is not important. That necessary evil. Or was Forrest saying this? That's enough. Stop it. Enough already. I'm fed up. I've had it. Enough is enough. I'm tired of this. Well, what did he say? Did he say, shut up? Did Forrest say, shut up? I'm sure he did. Sure he told the solver or somebody in the chase to shut up. I wonder why. Maybe we'll find out. Oh, look. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear. Enough. 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 Why would you tell somebody who's... Oh, here it is. Comfortable. Comfortable. What does warm mean to you, Forrest? It means enough. It means you have the answer. The answer is warm. It is a word that is key. It is a necessary evil. It is a correct solve. Good. Just. Right. Okay. Corral. Okay. Corral. They lay. That must be the pirate. Side by side, the killers that died. The gunfight at OK Corral. Peachy. Is that Princess Peach? Up to the mark of the beast. Let's do a scrapbook about vanilla. What's vanilla got to do with anything? A medium article. Remember the mill? The pie? Is it kosher? So cold, so still. Middle of the road. Is that a comic, Mr. Dave? Something significant was said. Told you Forrest was honest. Told you. His friend died, his pedestrian. That's what he said. Waiting for the lights to change. Only the 919. It was up to code. H-A-P-P-Y, I'm H-A-P-P-Y, and lucky. Well, so some people say. I'm spot on. And scanty. And I am of the light. And I am the man in the middle. And Jackie Kennedy was easy. But not in the easy that you mean. Because I listen. There's killers that die. The gunfighter OK corral. It's difficult, but not impossible. Remember the last straw? The camel and the straw. Oh, look, it was a job interview. Job, even though there was no J. Yob. He's a yob. Saint. Diddle-a-doo-doo-doo. Difficult, but not impossible. Difficult, but not impossible. Hang on. It's enough, but not enough. It's something, but not something. It's difficult, but not impossible. So what did the word difficult mean, and what did the word impossible mean to Forrest Fenn? Comfortable meant warm. And like I say, you don't have to believe a single word that I say. Those answers that are already known will be coming to you in every way, shape, and form. The area itself is huge in the lush forested vegetation. Not lying, not an opinion. There it is. Complete. Enough. Complete. The prodigal son returns. Go into a go, everybody. Faithful, faithful. Go into a go, or go, old faithful. Not lying, that's what it means. No end. No end. Something ends the chase. It says no end there. He ain't heavy. He's just loads. Remember, loads was the beginning word. Loads and water high. In tight focus with a word that is key. We're not there yet, but we will be. A myriad, he said. How many's a few? A deep thinking searcher, faithfully. A deep thinking searcher, faithful. Using logic. I'm lying, there it is. There it is. Big. What took us so long to find each other, babe? Now, remember, no end yet ever drew nigh. Remember, I started doing these videos because I wanted to help you and tell you about the solve and how you could understand what Forrest Fenn did. Not expecting so much fucking crap, expecting, but not to the extreme that has been done. for people to learn those karmic lessons, nothing from me. I have put nothing out into the universe that wishes anybody harm. But all that they put out wishing me harm, they have found on their own fucking doorstep. Not even on their doorstep, within their home. Because they put it out there and the universe said, whoa, whoa, hang on a minute, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Touch not my anointed, my prophets, all of that. No weapon form shall prosper. Everything that you've been told and haven't listened. Cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. All of those things that I've told you about, meaning that your anger and your BS has brought all that crap to you. Has nothing to do with me or anyone else. Remember, when I say me, I mean 144,000 people, potentially. No, 144,000 people definitely, but potentially the entire world. And the universe said, hell no. Endless, it's ever drawing nigh. Significant was said. We are legion. Hear me all and listen good. The Himalayan mega. It will be epic and fun, said. Did Major say it? Getting a little bit, what's it? High, heavy loads and water high. Remember, we had loads, never got the high, the hell and high water. Major Forrest Burke Fenn. I ain't lying. It's right in front of you. 1001. Excuse me. Confirmation. Meh. Oh dear. Meh. Half pie. Meh. Common or garden, eh? Oh, not that name, but you know. Oh, these fucking cops get everywhere, don't they? These lorry drivers and these doctors and religious people that think they're above everything. Those sort of people who are finding out they're not and are finding out they are not. And not by me. It's alright, mama. It's alright with me. Comfortable. The poem is simple. Does it mean warm? Me in the middle. I've done it tired and now I am weak. Are you counting the words? Keywords. Keywords. Key words. Homely. You know what's going to happen, don't you? The word key is going to turn up. Not my opinion. All fact. All facts. This is the sound of the suburbs, or the sound of silence. The Midway. Told you about that. I ended up in the Coral Sea with a solve that had a Japanese warrior whose name is Chest in Wyoming at Heart Mountain, where the what's his name? Where the land does that is Skippy's son's name. Clay. Anyway, that does that at Heart Mountain, where the younger land is below the older land, whatever that means. That was from looking up Midway in the Coral Sea in a Japanese ship that was sunk by, and I can't remember the name of the ships that sunk it. Famous names. Because I did every single fucking solve there was, based on the information that Forrest gave, because I was listening to him. And I was absolutely correct and up to code. A 919, a 719 code. I don't know if Frank knows about that, but he knows some bullshit about meadow, but he doesn't know what meadow means either. Oh dear. I don't know. Again, Forrest told you the answer. If you don't have that word warm, begin it where warm waters halt. If you don't have that, because that's where it is, like one place, just go to that place and that's it. And if you don't have that place, guess what you have? Jack. You have nothing. 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 If you didn't do it warmly, if you didn't do it precisely, if you didn't do it alone, which is what it says in the poem, and outside of the poem that tells you how to solve the poem, if you didn't do it like that, you would have nothing, because you go to Old Faithful, that's where it is. You don't go anywhere else. That's why you can have Warm Waters, Home the Brown, the Blaze, because they're all the same thing. And if you don't have the warm, if you don't have it, you have nothing. 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 2 clues, little girl from India. Nothing. Something significant, confirmation, I don't know if you heard that, was said there. I've just said something significant. What is that word that I have on my t-shirt? What am I advertising to you on that t-shirt that says whatever? Whatever. Like all the shit that you do, all of the shit that you do, it will happen the way that it's supposed to happen. And there is nothing that is of any importance that you do. Told you. Hello, Set. Had a flat every 50 miles. It had a break every 50 miles. Montana. He ain't heavy load. And hint of riches new and old. Done it tired? Riches old. What if you had riches? Just need weak. We've done it tired. You just need to be weak now. In tight foot, blah, blah, blah. Did that video the other day. Blah, blah, blah. Because I listen. did what Forrest said. I looked up the words because that's what he did. It's the only way he could change it from a, remember the mothball one? Oh, the okie dokie. Oh, the okie dokie. Oh, been hacked. It's straightforward. Remember, we've had simple. Now we've got straightforward. And we had difficult and we had impossible. And yet, hang on, what a contradiction. And yet they all mean the same thing. They all mean enough. Something ends the chase. Don't have to believe me, I don't care. I know what I'm saying is true. I've showed you that it's true. I've showed you and explained how it is true. Why it is true. Ah, the grey. Is that a cab? A London cab? Did Forrest talk about something like that? What's that? Halt. Cripple. The spider. The token. 0 point energy. That's what this is all about. 0 point energy. That's what CERN's about. They want to play God. They want the 0 point energy, the limitless energy that the Creator has. But they won't get it. They won't ever get it. But what they will get, they will feel it from the wrong point of view. That's what they'll get. They'll know all about 0 point energy, but not because they control it. He's a real nowhere man. Like if you think there is something that I don't know, think again. Think long. Think hard. The answers I already know. Do I know how I know them? No. Do I care how I know them? No. But be fully aware, I do know them. From there, it's no place for the meek. These people. These fucking people. Oh, look. And now I'm weak. The answers I already know. Square. I can go right straight to it. I can. So could Forrest. Because it's just a place with a name. And that's why there's a capital B. Because it's the name of a fucking place. But you don't know that. Remember that light? The light bulb? Advert? Makeup? You'll be surprised what those things mean. Women wear makeup. False advertising. Etc. 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 Now, I hope you watch this video more than once, even though it's a long video, because it is the truth. And you may learn something that will help you in your journey to become more spiritual, to, I don't know, what kind of person was it? Was it an enough person? What kind of person? A something person, a deep person, a faithful person, a warm person, a right person, a good person? Was it an anonymous person? maybe a shy guy from the east. Was that the kind of person it was? I do believe that's who it was. And here's Silly Sally. Oh, let's not forget the Shays. Chase. Best revenge. It's in a safe place. Oh, it's in a safe place. How good is that? It's in a safe place. It's what Forrest said. Not me. That's not my opinion. That's not me making something up. That's me explaining to you what Forrest said. It's in a safe place. Explaining that statement with the word safe and what the word safe means, because it is a old hat. You'll see that old hat when the solver is found. What kind of guy found it? What kind of guy was it that found the Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase chest? Did he tell you what kind of guy it was? Oh, he did, didn't he? He said, he was an anonymous shy guy. Go figure. An anonymous shy guy from the East. Hang on. Is America in the West? That must mean this anonymous shy guy is east of America. Oh shit! I'm east of America, aren't I? Anonymous and shy. I guess I'm enough. If you thought the truth wouldn't come out, think again. Thrill of the chase. If you thought the truth wouldn't come out, creation, think again. The answers I already know. The number of a man has been calculated and can be proven. And when I say can be proven, it is already in the spiritual realm. Grounded into the earth, which is where we come from, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, which is what we are, which is who we are, mother and father. And it is all over the internet for anybody who looks. The answers are all there. They're all there. No one can escape the subtle clues amongst the pages or the internet or the universe. We are Sparta. Is that Spartan or Spartan? Like, not much. Not much. Oh, low key. I wonder if there was just a key. Again, I'm telling you the truth. You don't have to believe it. I don't give a shit. But I do warn you that no prisoners. You had all the information you needed. You were warned to stand down. You were warned to get real. The treasure is real. The story is real. Remember the green book that he talked about? Green is the heart. I did my best, and I'm happy that I did. And I don't have to worry about what happens. You do. I was precise in everything that I did. I was easy. I did it to the nth degree. You've seen it all there. I was enough. That's what you had to be. Had to be enough. Hear me all and listen good. Your effort will be worth the cold. You know what the cold is really? Like people think, they see these tarot cards and they think the person looking in that temple is outside a real temple. This is your temple. That's why it's called a temple. This is where the divine lives, in your temple. That's where you are. Unless you're out in the cold, unless you're not connected to the divine and you're out in the cold trying to get back in to the divine. You see, what happened was, at one time you were in the temple. Remember this person that you call Jesus talking about it, trust me. At one time you were in your temple. And then these fucks, they took you out of your temple and put you all the way down here in that low vibration. Now, when you find out who the fuck you are and you do the thing that you were told to do, know thyself, guess what happens? It's called ascension. You ascend. The reason you ascend is because that place that they put you in, that fear, that lust, that all that fucking bullshit, you come out of that, up to your temple, up to the place where the divine is. Except the divine just doesn't sit in the temple. This isn't just a pump. This isn't just a pump. It's a portal. Love is the strongest power there fucking is. And this portal here, this universe, connects your conscious and subconscious. And when you connect the two, you know, that 0 point energy fucking stuff, you'll be surprised what you can do, won't you? So, we're going to get to the bit that pulls it all together, I hope. It's worthwhile. It'll be worth the goal. Successful. That must mean success. A win-win. A win. Worth it. Worthy. Excuse me. Confirmation. Will be worth the coal. It will be significant and important, because it's important to know what is worth knowing. Worth is what we talk about. Worthy, worth it. This is what we're talking about. It's important to know what is worth. It's important to know what is worth. Well, worth is important, and important is worth. Oh, another synonym telling you that's what you need to know. Another synonym. I'm giving you a synonym, and you need to understand that I just gave you a synonym. 2 words, different words meaning the same thing. Excuse me. Perfect, it's got to be worth it. Perfect, worth it, perfect. Same thing, isn't it? You think it's different, but it ain't. It's the same fucking thing. We are all sovereign beings. That's your worth. That's your effort. The coming in out of the cold, here's your temple. Coming in out of the cold, back to the divine, the crown. Always thought I deserved a throne. Not me. That's what Forrest said. I'm just explaining to you why the things that were said were said. Because it has to be, it is vital. Don't forget you need to pivot, but it's vital that no one. Vital. It's got to be the key. The necessary evil of the key. In tight focus with a word that is key, because it's necessary to be in tight focus with a word that is key. If you understand that it's a place where a chest was hidden, ever likely that's the case. Did the key water, the necessary water, affect the patina? Old Faithful? Old Faithful? Did it affect the patina? Did that Old Faithful water worth gold? Best revenge. Safe place. These words mean the exact same thing. And Forrest explained to you with the word tenacity, with the word tail, with the word right, with the word easy, and many more words. Told you you need to synonym the poem. Follow the 9 clues precisely. As. Told you how to do it. Your effort will be worth the cold. Effort. Worth the. Your effort will be worth the cold. Oh, okay. The straw that broke the camel's back. Begin it and take it in the canyon down. The end is ever drawing nigh. The end. Begin the end and take the end. Here it is. So begin the finish and take the finish. Not far, but too far. Remember, you've just seen it. I've just showed you it. It's enough. I just showed you those words. Far, but too. I just showed you them further up. If you weren't here, go to the beginning and see them. The end is ever drawing nigh, as I've been talking about through this video. It. Begin the end and take the end. That changes the poem a bit, doesn't it? Begin the end where old faithful geezer and take the end Not far, but too far. All the same word. Not far, but too far. I've just showed you those words, which is in a hole called Old Faithful. A well, you might say. Begin the end and take. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. I'm not saying it's an opinion. I'm saying here is the information. Here is the information. The information that you had. I explained what precisely and follow means. I explain what as means. I explain what alone means. And I give you the information accordingly. No lies, no bullshit, no making it up, not trying to make it fit, not an opinion. You see, if you try to use begin the last straw, no. Begin more than enough, no, that doesn't make sense. Begin the mat, no, that doesn't make sense. Begin limit, no, that doesn't make sense. Begin the bitter end, well, maybe. Begin more than one can endure. You see how it works? You take these fucking things out and you use what you're left with to find out what Forrest Fenn actually wrote. So, he didn't write what you think he wrote because he told you words don't mean what you think they do. They mean what he thinks they do. What he thinks they do. Threw it in the waste. So he told you it didn't mean what you thought it did. Fuck off. Whatever. The leftovers of history, eh? Well, his story is a lie. Do you see it? His story, the creator's story, is a lie. His story became our history. See what they did? They gave you a full story of creation, the creator, his story. And because they gave you a full story of the creator, his story, from the beginning until now, it's all been a lie. So history, that you know as history, is all about his story, the story they lied about. The story they told you was God. Bullshit. The story they told you was Jesus. Bullshit. His story, our history, all of it from the very beginning, because his story is about the person that created everything being a lie. If the story is not real, the treasure is not real. Israel, not is real. There's a little difference there, isn't there? Israel, L, remember L, a word that you people who believe in the Bible being 100% accurate, L, Israel, not Israel. Israel is not real. If it was real, it would be Israel. And if it's not real, it's not spelt as is real. His story is a lie. And from the beginning, if his story is a lie, everything that we know to be true is a lie. Everything you thought about the thrill of the chase is not what you think it is. Everything you think about the Bible is not what you think it is. That doesn't mean there are no truths in there. That means you have to know what is important and what is not important. What is real, Israel, and what is not, Israel. No J until 1524 AD. No J, no Jews, no Jerusalem, no John baptizing Jesus in the river Jordan. It didn't happen. That's not to say the event didn't take place. But those names and those places, remember, the names and places have changed. Forrest told you. It's my story, but the names and places have changed. He told you. He gave you the truth, but you didn't listen. Hope nobody ever finds out, was the statement. Now I'm telling you the truth. 100% the truth. Remember, to the nth degree, 100% at the top. I am telling you, Slough Creek wealth transfer is happening right now. The rich aren't being as rich, and the poor aren't being as poor. Flood. I know. Heavy loads. Mountain. My lot in life. Ah, must be a fistful of dollars. Don't mess with my poem. Don't mess with my poem. And you're all telling me, oh, you're messing with the poem, messing with the poem. Well, that's because it's simple, difficult, impossible, straightforward, just, good, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, how many's a few? There's lots there. Hundreds and thousands, billions and zillions and gazillions. Oh dear. That wealth transfer. Oh, do it by the numbers. The jam. Town called Malice. Ooh, yeah. Telling you the truth. Splish splash, I was taking a bath on a better Saturday night. Happiness is the enough. Happiness is the pot. What does happiness mean? I don't know. I do know. I don't understand some people. Most people. Remember men about Sunday smarts. Where are they now? Where are they now? Heavy loads. What a high. Now that I need you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, find me a river, or cry me a river, that leads to your ocean. In Myriad, Forrest said. Don't mess, Forrest said. Ah, the trucker. A carload. Well, leave your friend in the car. The yard, the pot. Ah, a dozen. How many's that? 12 kids and a redneck. Do, 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 do. Not much longer. Not much longer. But remember, this is the truth, not my opinion. The truth. Enough is enough. Put it under your breath for 30 days. There's a lot to think about. Guess what? There's a lot to think about. I ain't kidding. Some people, not a lot for me to think about. It's a lot for you to think about. I've done my thinking. I know my answers. The answers. The answers I already know. All the bullshit, everything that you do, breath. Within the breath, the word breath, is the earth. And if you put that as a word, the earth, you get birth, you get creation. Because we are of the earth. The Creator knew about the atoms, the molecules, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. When he woke, he didn't just think, I think, therefore I am. He knew the phi ratio, the God ratio, the Fibonacci sequence. He knew all about his story before he created his story, your history. They changed that. They wanted to control that. They built a fucking machine in order that they could be gods. They want 0 point energy. You've seen the Stargate, you understand what 0 point energy is and why they want it, because it's very powerful. What they don't realize is they're going to find out just how powerful 0 point energy is, and they will not like it. Not in the slightest. And I'm talking to all these governments, all of these fucking families, the Masons, the Vatican, all of those people that have hid the technology that was used thousands of years ago for the sole purpose of controlling the power of the gods. Ain't never, ever gonna happen. The only way they will understand 0 point energy is from the wrong side of it. And trust me, it won't be good for them. No frets. I'm just telling you, don't shoot the messenger. Well, you can try, but you know what's going to happen. It's already happened. You don't listen. You had old. And hint of riches, new and old. I just wish you'd listen. I said, this is what we are. Literally, I'm not lying. This is another true statement. We are batteries. That's what we are. We're batteries. Like it or not, believe it or not, look it up. We are batteries. And these fuckers use our energy, because we're batteries, in order that they have a brilliant life. And they leave us the shit that's left. The drained battery, the weak battery. Tummy tired, now I'm weak. They use the energy that we have in order to have a fucking great life and leave us fucking drained. Because we are just batteries. That's all we are to them. I'm not lying. I am not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. That's what you are to them. When you wake up, when you finally wake up out of their fucking clutches, claiming the person that you are, your life will change. You have to fucking get rid of them. Shift, drift, and adjust. You're just a fucking battery to them. It's this word. Did somebody find the treasure? My treasure has been found. Enough. My treasure has been found. Didn't find the treasure, found the place I wanted to die. Found the place I'm going to throw myself on that chest. Listen, found the place I want. Didn't find the treasure. Found the place I wanted to die. Didn't go to Old Faithful because remember I said I was never going to America. I was happy with my soul. In that were words that mean something else. Remember, two conversations at the same time. So when you go around assuming that I've said something, it's because you weren't fucking listening. Didn't find the treasure, found the place I wanted to die. Found the spot, but didn't go to the spot to get the treasure. Just found the spot. Found the treasure or found the spot. Didn't find the treasure, found the place I wanted to die. Wake up. I've been telling you the fucking truth. I know the truth. I've told you the truth. I found that fucking place all right. I found the treasure all right. Did I go and get it? No, I didn't need to. If you're walking miles, listen, if you're walking miles, you're walking too far. What was just said to you then? Two conversations, same time. I just told you the words far, but too far. Just told you those words. If you're walking miles, you're walking too far. With no but in between. Too far. With no but. But's an important word. It's the difference between if you're walking miles, you're walking too far. Or if you're walking miles, but too far. See how but becomes important? It allows you to understand that when he's talking about walking miles and walking too far, it's the same fucking meaning. He just give you the words that mean a different word, as he always did. Your best revenge. It's in a safe place. It's simple. It's difficult but not impossible. They're the same fucking words. Although they're different words. They mean something else because they don't mean what you think they do. Miles too far does not mean miles too far. He's telling you something. So, and you don't have to believe it. You can say, well, that's your opinion, Mario. Fine. But I hold the truth. You see, the last clue, remember the last clue, that is when you have the treasure. Seen that, and I have the treasure in your hands. Treasure chests. You've had troves. Excuse me, confirmation. You've had any part of some. You don't have to believe it, I don't care. I know what it is. Chips, are those wood? Are you braving in the wood? Not lying, chip means wood. Only one Ghana is a maverick. More than one Ghana is more than one maverick. Shake a sticker. Money. Get in the box. Get out the box. Treasure chest. Did I find the treasure chest? Was it enough? Of course it was. Does something end the chase? Of course it does. All you need now is the fat lady to sing. Around the world in 80 days, pass but do. That's all you need. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I am not lying. What's this? Is that the burger that Charlotte was on about? Ah, the clouds. Must be Wells Fargo. A pony. Oh well, if there's only one of them, it'd be Kit Carson. Remember the dunes? Remember the dunes? Forrest talked about those dunes. Oh look. Arsenal, Arsenal FC. They're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. Is that true? Does it make it true because more than one person flipping believes it? Of course not. But some people say it's true. Dang. I don't know. People don't wake up. What can you do? Can't make people wake up. Can't make them wake up. Ah, hang on a minute. What's this word? Isn't that the last word in the poem? Isn't that like from A to Z? Isn't that like from the beginning to the end? Isn't that, I don't know, gold? I think it is. It's the last word in the poem. Haven't I been saying that for 6 years? The last word, the bottom line. I think I have. Oh well, let's go to Slough Creek instead. Somebody put in chat the other day, legal tender. You say it was not legal tender? Money is not legal tender. Is that what somebody said? Money is not legal tender. Hang on a minute. Let's just prove that to be incorrect. Where is it? I've gone past it. Dang. Gone past. There it is. I think money is legal tender. Don't you think? Here's the word money. Bum, 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 bum. And here's legal tender. So you'd have to agree that money is legal tender because the word money and the word legal tender is enough. So money is legal tender. Ah, there's giant haystacks. Those greens. Coin. Well, we've had bit by bit. We've had bit. Now we have coin. Ah, the piece de resistance. What is this? YAH. Is that the treasure? I hope nobody ever finds out who the real creator is. Or real Forrest Fenn. Yeah. See, this is in his image. YAH. It is the breath, which is the one name for eternity, because as the tree breathes out the oxygen, we breathe it in. And as long as there's a tree breathing out oxygen and us breathing it in, we speak his word every day until eternity. And first shall be first, the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Your first word is the breath. Your last word is the breath. And that A bit is this bit in his image, born from the breath, born from the earth. We've just seen the word earth. Born of the earth, the ashes to ashes, the dust to dust, the atoms that the Creator knew about when He created everything. From the galaxies, another word that we saw, the stars, the planets, the squares. So, not lying, not my opinion. There it is. There it is. Not lying, there it is. And it's enough. It's the earth, and you'll remember, my son, and all that's in it. Heavy loads and waters high. Remember the shepherd and the flocks talk about? Oh dear, oh dear. Aren't we the flock? Aren't we the sheep? Isn't he the shepherd? Of course so. Of course it is. Bonanza. Remember that program? A clump. That bloke, remember that farmer who wanted those acres? Got kicked in the balls. A couple of acres there. Oh dear, got a couple of acres. The old ones are the best. Nearly done. Slough Creek. Must have had 15 flipping mosquitoes or whatever they were that attacked him. So I've told you the truth, and the truth points to the fact, not an opinion, the fact, based on the words that Forrest said. Warm to Forrest Fenn means comfortable, and that is enough. And that enough means that something warm, comfortable, ends the chase. And that gives you the treasure which has been found, gives you the gold, title to the gold. Fact, not an opinion. Right there in front of you. Title to the gold. The treasure chest. The treasure chests, plural, more than one. Remember Pedro? Remember the keys? I'm telling you the truth. And you don't have to believe that he's pondering his lot in life. Because there is a wealth transfer. It's happening now. Those dominoes are falling. And I can mess with whatever I wish. And that's Slough Creek. Because I haven't got to worry about the quicksand. But you have. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Leave my friend in the car. Long shot, kicky bucket. Oh, happiness is the pot. Treasure, pot, gold, treasure chest. All here, right now. Right here, right now. A hole. A bank. Very naughty. Very naughty to take that information. Even though you knew that I knew. Which means you thought that I would not be here to say what you did. And I'm telling you, I'm here to say what you did, and I have said what you did, and people have heard me say what you did. The number of a man. Calculate a wise man. A wise person can calculate the number of a man. If you've been wise and found a blaze, look quickly down. A wise man has calculated the number of a man. It is said that a man will step forward and people will look to him, but he is merely the puppet because there is a man behind that man that is pulling the strings. By calculating the number of a man, it gives you that man pulling the strings. And that man pulling the strings knows who he is and knows that I know who he is. And now knows that that information is running through the internet. Now, those people can either offer up the truth, or people will find out the truth and it will spread like wildfire. See how it works? I tell you the truth, and you don't have to believe it, but it is the truth. And confirmation, and the answers I do already know. I already know. I already know. And now not just me, but the world will know because you didn't do the right thing. Told you to tell the truth about everything that you've hidden, about the lies that you've told, about what is existing within your vaults. Let's say vaults. Now, I've already told you the reason why you did it. What was that? Riverton? The log jam? Solved there in Riverton, Wyoming. The flood? Oh, solved there. See how Forrest did it? He gave you information, you ran with it. To infinity and beyond. Toy Story. Jam. That Sasha and Jason. Those clump of seeds, because that's what this is. Oh, we're done, we're finished. Woohoo! Cool. That's it. So, the answers I already know. Told you 6 years ago that that was the case. Told you 6 years ago that Forrest sent me that email, which you will see eventually. It's on a phone somewhere. Got about 20 phones. I don't know, maybe 18, something like that, with information on them. But you don't need that. The truth is here. Enough. And not in that word. Oh, it's way further up than that, isn't it? Not in that word. It is in not faithfully, not far, but too far. I'm not lying. They're here. Those words are in the poem and they are here. I don't know where it is. So there's only one way in as far as he knows. Mr. Major. Systematically. Systematic. Right to the end. From A to Z. All in all, as much as any man can even out. Toto! You're not in Kansas anymore. Hear me all and listen good. We'd have a break every 50 miles. We'd get a flat every 50 miles. 100%. It's got to be precisely. You have to follow the clues precisely. Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. There was a time when two of us could keep a secret, and now only one of us kept the secret because one of us, rest in peace, Major Forrest Fenn, is dead. But it won't stay a secret because ba-ba-ba-bum, 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 ba-ba-ba-bum. The Atkins family. Uh-oh, there it is. Listen, what did Douglas say? What two words have I just given you? Something important was said then. Something and important, I've just said more than once. Something important was said then. Now, I've done it to the nth degree, as you've just seen. You've seen the word key, and you've seen the word warm, and you've seen the word comfortable, which explains that Forrest was telling you comfortable is a synonym of warm. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. If he tells you the word comfortable, and comfortable means warm, and something, and key, and right, and simple, and straightforward, and difficult, and impossible, do you see how it works? Those synonyms, they all add up. And then when you take all those synonyms that all add up, they take you to a place that is a synonym of warm and the end. See how it works? It really is simple if you just listen. So, something ends the chase. Put it under your breath for 30 days. There's a lot to think about. Didn't mean bed. Like, you all know that that is a stupid thing to say. You all know it. But you want to believe it. And you'll probably even defend it as being correct. When in truth, he was saying, don't say anything for 30 days. There's a lot to think about. So when you put something under your breath, keep something under your breath, it means don't say anything. What did I, oops, how did I get back up there? Get off. What did I say just now? Where are you? Where are you now? Now that I need you. Tears on my pillow. Wherever you go. Cry me a river. Hey, put it under your breath for 30 days. easy to find. Like I said, they mean the same sort of things. What's this word? Oh, bed. Put it under your hay for 30 days. Birth. Not birth, but birth. Hello, Moses. See, this person called Moses, amazing bloke, you know what he can do? He can write a book. He can tell you all about how he died and everything like that, except he was dead. Wait, what? How does that work? Like, Moses is writing this bit of information down about his death and what happened, but he's dead. Something not quite right there, is there? In fact, there are many parts in that book that have been written in the future text by somebody in the future talking about something that has happened and not the person that's supposed to be writing it. So either the book was written by the creator or the creator given a person information, or it wasn't. And you have to think, if Israel is in Egypt, why were they enslaved? Like, it's saying the Egyptians enslaved the Egyptians, and you had to let my people go. But surely all of them were his people. Unless it wasn't the Egyptians that were doing the enslaving. See, some of it doesn't make sense when you think about it. So you have to question whether these were good people or bad people. Because if God is not the name of the creator, and you are following God because you think it is the name of the creator, who are the good people? Who are the bad people? And do they even exist? See, people spout the Bible and say that it's true and believe what's in it and say we should do these things. And yet, the Bible is a translation of the Hebrew. Confirmation. So why are they not using that? Instead of just saying, oh, I believe the Bible because the Bible has been translated into English and it must be correct. Why are they not looking at both and saying, well, hang on, it says in this text here that this and this happened, but that's not what they wrote here. Like Genesis is not a closed statement at the beginning. And that's proven because in Revelations, he is still working, still moving. Which means in the beginning, he was in the process of doing something. And 2,000 years later, not 2,000 years later, in the beginning, however long the beginning is, to where we are now, he's still doing stuff. Remember, I told you about Archangel Michael and them. If they were around in that time, and we have authority or people's words that they're around now, doing the same thing that they were doing then, That makes them very old. Since the beginning of time, now, and probably in the future. That's some good stuff, that is. I'll have some of that. I wonder what I'll look like in 1,000 years. Anyway, so the truth is the truth. It's where Moses was. This is where Forrest was fighting with that fish. That fish. He was there for a long time. So, everything that I've said is true. You don't have to believe it. I don't care. Do, 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 do. Earth, where we come from, where we go to. That's what we're told. Knowing when I left him, my heart is in Havana. Ooh, na, na, na. We got a flat over 50 miles. Took it in the canyon down. So, I'm going to love you and leave you. What have I missed? What is that? Stay! Uh-oh, no V. What? Where's the V? It's just a ST without a V. That's not good. Where? I fell asleep. Oh, you're not the only one. I've been talking in my sleep. I'm not really awake. The Madison is cold when you cross it. Oh. Well, what? Only when you cross it and not when everybody crosses it? San Lazaro in Old Pueblo language means cross the Madison at no. Oh, I thought he was going to be serious. I hope you're well, Steve, MJ, if any of you are still here. Sorry I haven't talked, but it was always going to be a cuss at us, Mario. Well, I'm not really cussing at the people in the chase, I've got to be honest. You only need a poem and a good map. The poem is the map, because it is. Hey, Stevie, Davey, how you doing, mate? Didn't know you were here. Sorry. Like I say, I wanted to get it done because I'm normally here. It's already 22322. Must be some good angel numbers there. I wanted to get it done because I didn't want to be going from one to the other. So I want to get this over and done with. The Mesa, where we got some turquoise beads. Like I say, the truth is the truth. Doesn't need anybody to believe it. It will be the truth, no matter what. End of. Darth Mario. I don't know. So, something as a chase. That's now. Put it under your breath for 30 days. Forrest passed away on the 7th of September. So, after the 7th of September up to the 13th, anything can happen. Dun, 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 dun. What's that? Thunderbirds? Thunderbirds are go. Anything can happen in the next half hour. So, 7th of September to the 13th of September. You will definitely hear something on the 13th. But you may hear something before then. With regards to the foot of the chase. The 13th of December, you will hear something very, 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 very important. Lots of very important. We just heard the word important, but you will hear something very important. So I won't worry too much. But like I say, I will put out information, probably in shorts. It's just going to really be about how they lied about his story and it became our history. In other words, everything that we know is not everything, but most of what we know is false because of their agenda. And their agenda was 0 point energy. And like I say, if you've watched Stargate, you'll know um, the energy that that has. But 0 point energy is more powerful than what they talk about in Stargate. The reason why they have CERN is because they want to play God. They want that energy, they want to be able to harness it. But like Forrest said, there are no shortcuts. Now, once you have 0 point energy, there are loads of shortcuts. Lots of wormholes, lots of quantum jumping, lots of timeline jumping. And I know people will say that's not the case, but trust me, it is. Dimensions, wormholes, quantum stuff, it all exists. Multiverses all exist. You see, it's called the universe, but universe translates to one creation, one matrix. Now, with any game, it can be set up to have many games within that one game, many levels, many layers, many different places that you play in. But it is still just the one creation. And our reality is a bit like that. Not lying. Now, if you're just a player in the game, which is what most people are, you don't realise. And you run around and do the things that you do, asking the questions that you ask without knowing how the person who programmed the game did it, unless you step out of it. Unless you become one with the programmer, the creator, and you're able to access everything that the creator has put in the game. But more than that, this is where the 0 point energy comes in. More than that, you're able to access everything outside of the game. The stuff that the people in the game don't know about because they're in the game themselves. What the creator, the programmer has outside of the game, you don't know. Like if you were in the game and I was outside and I programmed it and I was playing the game, your universe consists on everything within that place that you're in. Doesn't matter whether it's flat Earth or round Earth. Your universe, your way of life is everything that I've created because I'm outside the game. And you don't know what exists in my reality, universe, quantum field, whatever. You don't know that. You're just energy being programmed by the person outside who uses the energy. So imagination is limitless. If you can think of it, it can be done. There's one small problem with that. Unless you know about it, you can't imagine it. Like, unless you have that information, you can't imagine it. And as people saying, yeah, but you can imagine, yeah, but you have to have that idea. You have to have that possibility inside you to be able to imagine that possibility. And if you haven't got that information inside you, you can't imagine the possibility. But that imagination can exist outside. And then when you know that truth and that possibility, then you can imagine something else within that reality. Because the information is there for you to imagine. So that must be where the creator is. And again, he woke up not just thinking, I think, therefore I am. He woke up knowing all about creation and the Fibonacci sequence, the 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 8, 13, that sequence. He knew how to use the atoms, the microscopic atoms. Like the creator knew all of these things when he woke up in order that he could create. And if we are truly just the earth, then that is definitely our mother or father. Remember, canopy of stars, Isis is a canopy of stars. Isis is over the earth, Osiris is underneath, looking up. And Osiris is obviously the seed, and Isis is the womb, the universe, the creation itself. We look out into the womb. Or do we look into the womb? Are we in the womb of Isis? And Osiris is the seed. It sounds a bit weird, but that's the truth of it. You see, most religions do it the other way around. They tell you that the earth is the mother. But if the earth is the mother, then how is the universe the womb? You see, creation exists within the womb of everything. Must be. That's how it's birthed. So there must be a womb. And the earth is not the womb, because the earth only exists in one little tiny place of the one creation. So therefore, the one creation, the universe, must be the womb. And therefore, Isis, the mother, being the womb, must be everything. So the Egyptians are more likely to be right than everyone else that's been lying. Mic drop, case rested, confirmation. Has to be. Has to be. It can't be any other way. As much as I'd like to believe that it's, although that could be, Mother Earth creation and Mother creation of the womb and, the Mother Earth, but where does the Father come into it? I know there are some things that are both male and female. Is it possible? There is no gender in tarot. And to be balanced, you need to be both masculine and female. Is the creator both masculine and female? Is it androgynous? Is that the word? Is that what Forrest said? An androgynous name? Marion. See, my name is both Mars and Mary, as I've stated for a long time. I am both the god of war and the mother of peace, or Isis and Osiris, or Athena, Jupiter. Which one's which? Is it Minerva and Jupiter, Athena and Zeus? You see, it's not who you are, it's who you can make them think you are. Was he talking about the Bible? Was he talking about the Roman gods and the Greek gods? The Egyptian gods? See, they all have the same attributes. I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. They all have the same attributes, but the names change and the places change and the story changes a little, but only a little, because the story is real. Not Israel, is real. You see, what happened is in order to make it happen the way it happened, is the creator had to change the people's names in the Bible, because that's how it happened. So he had to do that. So Jacob became Israel. And there were other instances where he changed the name. Because that is his story that we were given. So his story that we were given had to play out in the way that it was given, in order that the creator could be created, in order that he could create. Which takes us to the point that others will come and do more wondrous things. Which means the creator must be able to teach people how to do those things. Still working, still moving. Still has the power to kick some evil fucker's ass, shove them down a pit if they don't behave. Again, don't care whether you believe it, I really don't. But it is in your best interest to at least consider the reason why you're going through shit. Don't blame other people. Know thyself. If you don't see somebody trying to help you when you look at me, that says everything about you and nothing about me. I'm the mirror. I am the agitator. If you see me for what I am, just a mirror, if you see me for that, you'll know the issue is with you, not with me. And if you see me for what I am, you see me for what I am, you will know that I am a mirror, and you are seeing a good person who wants to help you because you're a good person who wants to help me. If you see me as anything else, you're seeing you. You are always seeing you. If you see a good person here trying to help you, it's because you're a good person. And if you don't, it's because you're not. Not because I'm not, because you're not. And if you're trying to destroy me, it's because you don't like who you are. Not because you don't like who I am. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to wake you the fuck up. Now, I'm not going to force you to wake up. It's not for me to force you to wake up. It's for you to wake up because you want to wake up. Now, some people want to stay in the matrix because they're comfortable, warm. Because rather than find out the fucking shithole that they are, or because they're too scared, or because they've been programmed well, or whatever the reason is, they don't want to wake up. They don't want to sit with themselves. They want shortcuts. The 10 virgins. 5 got in to see the bridegroom, 5 didn't. And those 5 who didn't wanted to just buy the oil off the ones that did the work. They weren't horrible people for saying no. They were good people for giving them the chance to grow, to be able to make their own oil. Feed a man for a day, give a man a fish for a day, and give a man a fish and he'll be able to feed himself for a day. But teach him how to fish, and he'll be able to teach him, he'll be able to live forever, whatever. That's the same with them virgins. They're not going to be able to do what it is that they need to do going forward in life if they don't make the journey. No shortcuts. You have to go within the dark to find the light. Once you find the light, it's all good. But you have to sit in the dark, and it hurts, and it's horrible. Confirmation, and you think it's never going to end. But it will end when you learn the lessons. That's how you graduate. That's how you get the title. When you learn the lessons. Now I'm trying to help you learn the lessons. Not just for you. It's not for me. I learnt my lessons. I don't care. But it's for you, your family, their family, every tree, every animal, every bird, every marine creature, every seen and unseen being, every star being. Because it means that we can all just get along. We can all just get along. Now, it's like I can win the lottery and I can take that money and I can make myself happy and not give anything to anyone or allow anyone near me. I could do that. Or I could want everyone to win the lottery. I want everyone to win the lottery. I know that has some drawbacks. I know there were people who say, well, the economy this and the bullshit that. See, I understand that people with a higher quality product that put more work in should get more money. But I don't think you should get more money just because you want to have a good name. Just because you think there should be a different class of people and you only want that different class of people. Not quite right, that isn't. Now, if you think that is, then you won't be one of those people that are ascending. Because we're all equal. I know I'll keep bringing you up. But whether you're a billionaire or not makes no difference to me. I will not treat you any differently than I would somebody on the street. Fact. Period. I don't respect you any more than I respect somebody on the street. The only difference will be how they behave towards me face to face. Now, I appreciate things that people do. Don't think that I don't. And I love everyone. Don't think that I don't. But I don't have a better opinion of you because you're a billionaire, trillionaire, or a millionaire. I have an opinion of you based on the energy of you. And if you don't like that, if you don't like me because you see something in my past that doesn't agree with you, that is your issue, not mine. I just thought I'd make that known. I don't care what you did in the past. I don't care what sort of person you were. I care the sort of person you are. I don't care how rich you are or how poor you are. I care what sort of person you are. And you will not have anything to do with my life if you are not a good person. That's all I care about. And you don't get to choose whether you can be in my life. I get to choose that. See how it works. Your money will not buy me. Your money will not make me go, "Ooh, great, money. I'll be with this person." No. So whilst I don't mind you checking and doing those things, don't think because your money I'm going to jump. It doesn't work like that with me. See, you have to be worthy, not me. If you want me in your life, you have to be worthy. You don't buy me. You don't come into my life and say, "Well, I've got this, this, and this. And because I have, I can dictate how you live, what you do, what you choose." No, and I know that you're doing it for the best of reasons. I know. And I appreciate it. I do. But I'm not a product to be bought or bribed. I'm a human being who has thoughts and feelings. If you don't like that, tough. If you don't like what I did in the past, tough. I'm happy with it. Doesn't make me a bad person. Makes me a person who learns his lessons. Makes me a person who knows himself. Makes me a person who is worthy of anybody. I just thought I'd make it clear. I love you. I love what you're thinking. And if you're a half decent person, I will never have an issue with anybody. And I don't care if you're rich or poor. I just ask that people come to me correct, as I will go to them. That's all I ask. That's not much to ask. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for what it is you are thinking of doing. I mean that. But maybe a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust, and not go around snooping in other people's business. I don't mind, I don't care really, but it's just, it doesn't look too good. I don't care what people do. I don't. That's up to them. Remember, I'm not going to judge you. Me, this human being that is here now, is not going to judge anyone. I don't give a fuck what you did. I don't care. It's not my problem. It's your problem. It's the universe's problem. What you did is not my problem. I don't have an issue with it. I hated it. I looked at it. I understand it. I'm over it. It's your problem and the universe's problem to decide what's going to happen to you, what you're going to do, how you're going to move forward. All of those things has nothing to do with me. I don't care. You did what you did because you have free will. You can choose to do whatever you want, but you have to realize cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. That's your problem. I don't have to judge you, and I certainly don't have to forgive you because I haven't judged you. I don't care. The universe will deal with you in whichever way that is just. That's it. If the universe says that you are not worthy to be in my life, they won't let you come in my life. They will let me know 100%, nope, they're not for your highest good. I know there's someone out there working out how. I know there's someone out there who thinks that they love me and wants to come to me and tell me everything that happened, even though they didn't do nothing bad towards me. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. But I know you know. And I don't care. I don't care. Whatever the reasons are, it doesn't matter. I don't judge you. I am not judging you. I never was judging you. For all your fear about how I'm going to react, that's who you are, not who I am. It isn't. You have nothing to fear from me. There is no judgment. The only person judging you is you. Honestly, the only person judging you is you. That's not to say that, I want you to make a decision based on what I'm saying now. I want you to be happy with whatever decision you make, whatever that is. And I'm still not going to judge you for it. And I know you didn't do anything. But you know, and you're worried that I might think, no. People think that I don't know stuff, but I know stuff. I know stuff. And the stuff that I know is true. And the stuff that I tell you is true. Not not embellishing anything, not trying to make anything better than it is. Not, well, I suppose I am hiding some stuff because I haven't told you, but divine timing. But what I've told you is true. All of it. And I don't judge you. And I don't forgive. Like anybody that thinks that they want my forgiveness, what's wrong with you? I've already said I don't forgive because I haven't judged you anyway. That doesn't make sense. No stones thrown. Those who have not sinned cast the first stone. No stones thrown, so no judging. And we don't have the authority as human beings to forgive. That belongs to a higher power. You see, if everybody's equal, why should my opinion be more valuable than anyone else's? So the universe, Father, Mother, Source, whatever you want to believe, but not God, not Allah, not the devil, because they don't have the power anymore. The longer it goes on, the less power they'll have, or they just won't exist. Or they'll join the side of good, because what you did was wrong. Not my opinion of that, their opinion. The spirits that you mess with, the people that you mess with, their opinion is that what you did was wrong. And they'll let you know in no uncertain terms. And as we move forward into the new earth, because the matrix has been rewritten, more and more things will be made obvious to you now. 0 point energy is real, is very powerful, and should not be fucked with. Fact, not making it up. The reasons why you are able to do the things that you did, have the money that you had and all the other stuff, is because you took the energy from the batteries. Once you lost that energy and had to do things for yourself, things changed. Once you started putting more negative stuff into the universe, into the ether, whatever, which should be in the periodic table, by the way. Once you started to do that and not have the umbrella, you became affected. The more you did, the more affected you would be. But whilst you were covered by the umbrella, life was good. But it wasn't your life to live. You were using other people's energy. And you celebrities, you need to learn that you need to stop, or you'll be made to stop. Not me. Just a 0 point energy. That is going to make you stop. Not me. This person you see here is not going to make you stop. The person there, people there, beings there, spirits there, ancestors, whatever you want to believe, they really are going to make you stop. No turning the other cheek. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. People say that I've changed. No. I've just become me. Because you're no longer influencing me to be the person you wanted me to be. See how it works? I'm finally being the person I always was. You made me into someone different. And we get to the thing that Forrest said. I created a monster. If you want to call me a monster, go ahead. That's what you created. Because really, I'm just a normal person who wants everyone to get along. But this normal person doesn't take any BS anymore. This normal person doesn't people please anymore. This normal person doesn't keep saying yes. Doesn't keep saying it's okay. Remember before I said, I wish I never said the word yes. Yeah. So please don't think that you want the old version of me back. Because the old version of me would do some fucking not nice things. When he realised that he was being betrayed, double-crossed, used, abused, like in the real world when that person knew, I don't behave like that anymore. But don't for 1 minute think that he's not there. So there's the truth about me. It is now 3:01, even though I said, oh, 1, 2, 3. Ha ha! 1 minute, 23 seconds. ABCs. That's where we started, I suppose. Finishing where I started. Forrest Fenn ABCs. And I'm on 1, 2, 3 now. So I thank you for watching. Again, you know why people shit on the street now, don't you? So that street is taking Barbara to the grave, you think. He'll never give up. No battery without you. Batteries only work if they are bipolar. The universe is bipolar. When you admit the truth to yourself, clarity will prevail. 100%. If you can sit with yourself in the darkness and go through the events that took place in your life and accept them, embrace them as making you the person you are. See, some of them bad things made you a stronger person. There's no denying that. To get past it, if you haven't got past it, it's made you a weaker person because you haven't got past it. Now, while I don't wish harm on anyone, those people that say karma's a bitch, karma is a lesson. Giving back to you what you needed to learn because you put it out there. And letting you know how it feels to be in that position. So when you get the lesson, karma, you have to think back. What is it that I did that the universe said that I should be in this position? Don't get all shirty and horrible and nasty and lash out at people, hurt people, hurt people. Understand you were in a bad place at a bad time and bad things happened. But they don't define who you are. Some bad shit happened to me, trust me. I'm not kidding. From when I was young until when did it stop happening? It's still happening, it's just not getting through to me. I suppose until now, because it's still happening. It's just, whereas before I would let it get to me and make me feel a certain way, I don't let it get to me anymore. Some people be thinking, how is it he's still standing? How is it he's still happy? How is it he's still this, that, and the other? It's all bullshit, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It doesn't affect me because you don't have the power to affect me anymore. We're all just energy. And my energy is, like I said, up here. Your energy, if you're trying to attack me, is down there. And it has to be lower because you're trying to attack me. And when I say me, remember, it could be anybody in the world. I don't give a fuck. If you're trying to attack anybody, in whichever way, physical, verbal, whatever, then your vibration is low. And if their vibration is high, it won't affect them. And as they rise, you will get further and further away from them and have less and less impact. So the universe decides to take you out of their life completely. And whatever energy you were feeding off them, you won't be able to do it anymore. Remember, we're all batteries. That's truth. I'm not just saying that as a, throwing out a statement out there to make you try and understand how I'm talking. It's a fact. We are batteries. And we're supposed to plug into the earth, ground into the earth, get power from the sun like Superman. Not lying. I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth. But we've been separated because these fuckers want it. They want that 0 point energy. They want to claim to be gods. They want to rule everything. The forbidden fruit is oxygen. You couldn't have that knowledge because that leads you to who the creator is and the 0 point energy. It's a fact that it is oxygen. Without the tree breathing, literally the tree of life, without the tree breathing out oxygen, we would die. And our carbon dioxide feeds them. The eternal breath of the creator, the hay that you just saw. Oh, it's there, hay. The image of Yah. Fact, go to the Hebrew text. I'm not fucking lying. Remember, Forrest said, if you get lost, go back to the beginning. Even though you have to go back to the Egyptians and the Sumerians, the good and the bad. I suppose there's an ugly somewhere. Confirmation. And you have to work out if the Egyptians were having such a good life, what happened? Well, the Greeks and the Romans happened. That's what happened. They changed everything. And his story changed. Ptah, the Egyptian god, nobody's even heard of him. It. They all know Ra, but they don't talk about who created Ra. And they changed that name to Amun Ra, which means the hidden one. Amen means Yah, yes. So be it, or those sort of things. Not lying. So they changed his story and gave us a false creator and gave us a false son, the son of the creator, not the, well, probably gave us a false son, false creator, because they want to block the sun. But they gave us a false son and told us that this false son will come back and save them. How fucked up is that? Good trick though. Make you believe that the evil is good, which is what you're told in that book that you hold so dear to. Things will change and you will believe one thing instead of another, and you will be fooled. Even the elect will be fooled. But They're talking about God himself and Jesus, a name that couldn't have existed because there was no J, as opposed to the hey, H, Y, 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 H, Y, H, V, H. So even without the A, it would still be the breath. It would just be without the A there. Everything that I've said is true. The forbidden fruit is oxygen. It's an eternal breath. As long as tree breathes and man breathes, his name will be spoken. It will be your first breath when you're born and your last breath when you die. The last will be first and the first will be last. Always said. Because when you're born again, different body, soul, process repeats. And you're here to learn the lessons. Not learn the lessons as such. In reality, let's look at it and then I'm going. In reality, you're here to experience what it's like to be a cat, a dog, a tree, or whatever. You're here to experience that. And if you're doing it correctly, it's a beautiful, wonderful experience and it's like heaven. But because chaos took over, people call it a prison planet. Now, when they've been removed or learned their lessons, it will be heaven on earth. Choice is theirs. Everyone has free will. Choice is theirs. Removed, rapture. Or embrace the truth of as you sow, so shall you reap. I don't see anything wrong with that. The only way you can see something wrong with that is if you want to get something for nothing, if you want to, do something that's not right. That's the only reason you can see something wrong with that. Because if you're a decent person, you're going to put out love, peace, harmony, money, all sorts of things out into the universe. And if you sow that, that's what you're going to get back. So nobody should have any issues with that way of life. The only issue you can have is if you don't want to do that. If you want something for nothing. If you want the shortcuts. If you want all of the good stuff without doing all of the good stuff. But you've taken too far as what the good stuff is. So, trying to help. 1414. Try and help. If you don't like it, tough. I don't care. If you don't like me, tough. I don't care. If you want the worst for me, tough. Because it will be the worst for you. And I don't care. I did. There was an umbrella over you and you were protected. And you decided that I should let you fend for yourself. Ciao for now. Take care.